Welcome to SVG-TV News for Saturday, the 2nd of January, 2016. I'm Sharon Garraway with the details. In an effort to encourage thrift and a sense of ambition among the youth, junior savers of the Police Cooperative Credit Union, 89 of its members, were rewarded with Amazon Fire tablets, which is one of the latest gadgets in technology on the international market. Manager of the PCCU, Simone Mulclair, congratulated the students on getting $1,300 through a year-long challenge where registered junior savers had to save $1 every week. The challenge will continue from Monday the 4th of January 2016 and registration closed on Saturday the 9th of January. Mulclair encouraged the savers to continue this trend of saving with assistance of their parents.
For thrift, each child saved $1 more each week for 52 weeks. These monies were not paid in advance or late, as if this was the case, the child would have forfeited the challenge and would have been automatically withdrawn. On completing the challenge at the end of 52 weeks, each child will have saved no less than $1,378. The challenge commenced with 122 junior savers. Today, 89 savers has completed the challenge, making the extra effort and sacrifice to save. Your presence here today shows that you recognize how very, very essential it is to be a disciplined saver. Please inform your friends, neighbors, and schoolmates about the benefits you derive from participating in this event so that they too can be rewarded at the end of 2016.
President of the PCCU, Junior Simmons, says that by hosting the challenge, the credit union is living up to its motto to produce and promote sustainable future for investing in the nation's youth.
You are the future of the Police Cooperative Credit Union. And today, we are rewarding 89 of you for successfully completing the PCCU Junior Savers Challenge. Therefore, I wish to congratulate the parents and guardians and all the winners. This is indeed something you should be very proud of because it says a lot about your character. It says that you are capable of setting and achieving your goals. So for your persistence, determination and drive to complete the PCCU's Junior Savers Challenge.
Additionally, Simmons charged the young savers to use their gadgets to gain knowledge that can build their character and advance their life.
As you receive your tablets today, I charge you to use them wisely. Do not use them only to play games or to watch movies or to listen to music. I know you do these things because I have children as well and they do these things. But rather, use these tablets to further your education. Use them to do your homework, to do research, to learn new and interesting things in life that can build your character spiritually, morally, and socially. Do not use the tablets to look at things that are not good for you. The Internet Junior Savers is a very powerful tool. It is both good and bad, but that depends on how you use it. So I urge you today to use your tablets and the Internet for good deeds.
Meanwhile, the acting manager of the Credit Union League Limited, Monty Chambers, says by encouraging youth to save, parents are actually helping them to pay for their exams and books, uniforms, and even college.
Saves consistently for 14 years, he or she can have at least the sum of $19,292. That's when they're 14 years old. At this stage of your lives, parents have to start to think about finding money to prepare you for CSEC examinations. You are in a position where you are able to make life easier for them. Additionally, you are well positioned to commence membership with the credit union because with the new regulations, children at age 14 can become members of the credit union. As it is now, you are junior savers, but you are not credit union members.
Outlining his plans for 2016, Member of Parliament for North Windward and Minister of Housing Montgomery, Daniel, says that the legislation to ensure that structures are properly established is one of the main items on his agenda. Daniel, who spoke to our news team just before going into Parliament for the first time since elected for a 4-year term, says that such policies will ensure that safety is a factor.
Much more legislation with feet that can really affect some of the changes that are more positive. You have too many structures that are just up and running without permission in this country, and it's not the best thing for our country. And so I think one of the areas that we definitely will have to be looking towards is the improving of the legislation, or giving the legislation more teeth to act where you have structures are illegally placed and so on.
I think safety as well.
Exactly, yes. So I think this is one of the areas I really will want to be pushing for this term in this life of this government.
Daniel also took the opportunity to thank those who re-elected him into office and assured all that he would do his best to improve the lives of all Vincentians.
Here it is that I'm entering the Parliamentary for the 4th time. The people in the constituency of North Windward have been really grateful to me. And I'm sure if I go back another time, it would be 5 in a row. So I'm grateful.
Successful participants in the 9 Mornings competition received their prizes today at the National 9 Mornings Committee held its prize-giving ceremony at the Peace Memorial Hall. Speaking at the ceremony, Chairman of the 9 Mornings Committee, Michael Peters, says despite the many distractions and challenges, the festival was still a success, with many communities participating in activities this year. Peters thanked the various communities for their participation and support, noting that this is a very important factor in keeping the festival alive.
With your support, hard work, dedication, and involvement across the country, you were able to stage the festival despite the distractions and other activities that have taken place, especially the December 9th elections and its aftermath. It shows that the festival is on a solid footing, it's strong. Although some communities were affected in one way or the other, we were so happy that the principal communities across the country we were able to say that we had 9 Mornings activities on the Leeward, the Valleys, the Windward. At this point, I want to acknowledge all of you and thank you once more on behalf of the 9 Mornings Committee, the Ministry of Tourism, Sports and Culture, and certainly the Government of St. Vincent and the people of this country for your efforts in keeping the #1 festival and our unique Vincentian tradition alive.
Also speaking at the ceremony was Minister of Culture and Tourism Cecil Mackey, who thanked all parties for their involvement and their hard work as they continue to make SVG's 9 Morning festivities the premier cultural Christmas festival in the world. Minister Mackey also noted that the festival continues to grow every year, attracting visitors from all over the world, who not only attend but participate in the festivities.
9 Mornings will not be what it is now without the involvement of the community, of the churches, of members of the media, of returning Vincentians, of the artists who have come forward, and we have now found a new pool for talent in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Without the involvement and input from the visitors to our country, because now we have 40+ Ecuadorians in the country learning to speak English, so they turned up at the 9 Mornings activities. We now have the medical students attending the 4 medical colleges across St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and they also turned up to the activity. So I think when we look at all of this, it is a combination from all of these forces that would have allowed our 9 Mornings once again to be recognized as a very important activity for us here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but also one of the most outstanding Christmas activities anywhere in the world.
Deputy Chairman of the National 9 Mornings Committee, Lennox Bowman, also thanked the various communities and the sponsors for the contribution to the festival. Bowman, however, expressed disappointment in the business community in the area of creating the Christmas spirit, which he says is a crucial factor in the success of the future of the festival.
One regret right now is in the business place. And I said before on radio, and I will say again, we do the work. When I say we, I'm not just talking about the National Nine Months Committee, but I'm talking about everybody sitting here and the work you do voluntarily in your community. You do the marketing and the advertising and creating the spirit of Christmas. And the least we can ask our businesses to do is to reciprocate, because they're the ones who benefit most from this activity. And I'm not saying, as Michael will tell you later, there are quite a few businesses who support us and support us very well, and we're very thankful, and without them we may not even have a festival. But I'm talking about the creation of the spirit. I'm talking about businesses in town putting up 2 string of lights, as Michael will say, every year. You know, when people, we say we have the best Christmas in St. Vincent, but we want people to, when they come here, feel it and see it. We're not seeing it, and we hope that is an area which we will improve.
And the various frontrunners in the Vinneck Community Lighting Competition were also rewarded for their efforts. The Best Lit Garden, Best Lit Private Home, as well as national champions of the 9 Mornings Christmas Community Festival received their prizes today at the Peace Memorial Hall. In the Community Lighting Up component, Rosebank won in Zone 1. Zone 2 went to Green Hill. In Zone 3, Cotton Ground came out on the top. Zone 4 was captured by Point Village, who also came out on top overall, and Zone 5 was won by Port Elizabeth Beckway. Best Lit Garden went to Richmond Hill Gardens, while Best Lit Private Home was taken by Olivia De Silva of Cane End. Best Lit Morning Community was taken by Stubbs. Best Christmas Community went to Port Elizabeth. The prize for the most popular local Christmas song was captured by Roland Rowley Bowman with his song Everything for Christmas. At today's award ceremony, SVG-TV's Barvin Oliver caught up with some of the representatives of the communities who won in the various categories of the festival. He also revealed some of their challenges as well as their plans for next year.
My name is Pamela Adams, and I represent Point Village, which is Point Massive.
Do you have any financial or manpower limitations you must face every year?
Yes! No, not really. No, not really. Because, you see, usually banquet. So every year we use that. Whether we get from here, from the minister, we usually use what we have. Use everything. Yes.
All right. For next year, do you have anything in mind? Something special for 2016?
Well, I can't say that yet, but I know something special. Yeah, I know something special coming. Yeah, and it will be greater.
Yeah, this is our 4th 9-month Christmas lighting up 9 morning. It was a hectic 2015 lighting up, trust me. It was just 3 of us, and it was really crazy, but we took the challenge, and it have pushed out this far.
Right, and you plan to win again next year?
Yes, next year we plan to come bigger and better. We're running down Point next year, you know. We believe we're taking position behind Point next year. We give them second position. Yeah, we're doing the best for next year. We just hopefully that God give us the strength and courage and, you know, to go forward with everything that we're doing.
Well, we didn't expect to come first. And normally we're always either third or second. Well, not really second, third. But some of the other bigger communities didn't come. And so we shined, and we're very glad for that. It's a community where we try to keep something going throughout the 17 years of the 9 mornings that we have been involved. Our light up this year, we tried to focus it around our team, sharing the joy of Christmas. And we had some colorful lights and so forth, not the amount that other communities would have. But if you saw it, it would have been really nice. Well, we would try. All I say, we would try. We, with the assistance we have gotten now, we're going to do as they said, maybe purchase some of the more colorful lights and make sure we have them early and plan early for the end of this year. The important thing is lights. Sometimes you have your lights and they work this year, you take them down, but by the time you're ready for them the next year, they would fail you. And that's been the concern sometimes. You do not get the types of lights you need to do the blend that you want. Right? But we're going to try to hold it.
and we congratulate all the winners in the 9 Mornings festivities. As the Agape Methodist dramatists prepare for their anticipated production number 7, which is slated to commence from February 6, 2016, the Russell Cinema Auditorium, the group's managing director, Kevin Rodriguez, tells SVG-TV News that he is grateful to the various companies who have supported the group over the years. He, however, added that more sponsorship and support from the private sector is needed as a means of improving the theatre in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
I want to say thanks to NL Sons and that management have continued to support us. And we have different business places in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that have been really, supporting and putting their resources into Agape. But still, there is still a neglect. There's still a need for support and appreciation for the theatre arts in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Right? We need companies to come on board to sponsor and to support theatre companies in the sense that adapting a theatre group, so that they can work with them to enhance our production, to enhance the quality production that is coming from the theatre companies in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And Public Relations Officer of the drama group, Keith Bailey, who plays the role of Mr. Hamilton in the upcoming play, outlines the character's challenges.
Hamilton basically is a lawyer who is very successful, a lawyer who basically gets what he wants when he wants it. However, there are people in his life that poses various challenges. For example, he's married but does not have one woman. So, and that in itself is a challenge, right? Also, he is involved in drugs. So Mr. Hamilton is a very complicated man, right? He doesn't take no for an answer. And he uses everyone and everything that is around him to get results in terms of what he's about, what he wants.